I got the appointment and I went out there, and they had just terminated their listing with someone else, and they were selling it on their own. Now, I didn't get the signed listing at that point, but I did sense, I was like, you know what? This is going to go somewhere because they do have motivation. They need a certain level of pressure to build up to make that decision. And this is why it's so important to understand people, understand your avatar. You have to. This is why it's so important. Because when they say something, when they say anything, you have to know why they're saying it. You have to be able to process that, okay? Why they're saying it. And when you can do that, then you can move that conversation. So, anyway, I was able to understand that they had some motivation, but they needed the pressure to build up on them, and they definitely needed to do something. So I went into my long game, and I followed up, the next day, of course, and then a couple days after, and then a few days after that, and really was pushing and adding my value and doing my process. Okay, and then it was okay. It's not happening in the short term. I can't convert it right now. So I move to my weekly follow-up. And with FSBOs, if I don't convert them within like the first 2 weeks of calling and in that part of the system, it goes into a weekly follow-up with me. So that means that once a week, I will give them a call and a text message if they don't answer. Call and a text message as that value add follow up to sign the listing to get the business. And I went and I voicemailed and texted. This was the third week, right? Fourth week, voicemail, text. Fifth, voicemail, text. This kept going. She was not answering, not calling me back. Yet, at the same time, can you guess? And I'm going to give you a second here to guess while I take a sip of coffee, which this coffee is making me awesome. I don't know if it is, but I feel it. So what else didn't she do? Okay? Think about it, and I'll give you the answer in 1 sec. Okay. She also hadn't listed it yet because I kept checking every single time. You know why? Copy, paste, MLS number, search for history. Takes me literally like 6 seconds to do that. And she hadn't listed. I'm like, okay, so I keep doing it, do it. The 12 weeks go by, and I'm like, okay, donezo. Because you have to follow up with FSBOs. That's just part of that game. You have to do that follow-up. So I was like, okay, done. Put it on the long-term action plan, which is automated, video, email, newsletter, and was done. Okay, here's what happened. 2 weeks later, ring, ring, and I'm like, "What's up, Juliana? How you doing?" And she said, "Jay, hey, thanks so much for following up with me. Because I'm so sorry I didn't answer the phone. I had a lot going on, but you know what? You're so persistent. Don't think I was trying to neglect you. You, I can tell, are a fantastic real estate agent, and my daughter right now needs to list her house, sell it, and buy another one. And we are going to be ready in, I think she said, I don't know, like 3 weeks or something. We're going to be ready in like 3 weeks. So here's my daughter's information. Get that squared away, and then meet with us. Let's book an appointment for that. So this is what happened. I listed the daughter's place the next day. I sold it within 2 weeks. In the meantime, had another place for her lined up to purchase. This is all in the course of that 3-week period before I had my appointment with Juliana. Went to Juliana's place, listed her place, and that was $600,000. And sold that, I don't know, it's probably like 3 or 4 weeks later after that. But it was all because of that follow-up and understanding that if there is that underlying motivation, if that exists, then I need to do something about it. Make sense? I need to do something about it. So that's what I do. So your question is, what do you do about it? Guess what? You do that. Do that thing. So, I see ya. Bye.